What happens when a player becomes so toxic that the whole league decides they're not worth the trouble? The WNBA just answered that with Chennedy Carter. After years of suspensions, team drama, and the infamous flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark, Carter has now been officially pushed out of the league. It's a clear message to everyone who targeted Clark over the last 2 years. But wait until you hear what Carter just said about Caitlin in her latest interview. It's going to make your blood boil. Do you think Carter deserves it? Let me know in the comments.
Talk about Chennedy Carter, but it looks like she's blacklisted. And she will be playing professional basketball during the season, but it won't be for the WNBA.
June 1st, 2024 started like any normal WNBA game between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. The crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse was electric, with Fever fans excited to watch rookie Caitlin Clark continue her amazing debut season. No one expected what was about to happen. The game was intense, with both teams going back and forth and playing physical basketball. Clark was in her element, making smart passes and hitting shots that impressed everyone. But then came the moment that would define Carter's career for all the wrong reasons. After scoring, Carter lost the ball while heading back on defense. The play was already over and the whistle had blown, but Carter didn't stop. As Clark moved to grab the loose ball, Carter intentionally stepped into her and delivered a brutal hip check, sending Clark crashing to the floor. The hit was completely unnecessary and so sudden that Clark had no time to react.
Carter and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Chennedy Carter, I think that's going to be a flagrant one. And
the crowd's reaction said everything about how dirty the play was. What started as loud cheers suddenly turned into complete silence as thousands of fans watched Clark crash to the floor. The refs first called it a common foul, but the replay told a different story. Carter had gone after Clark off the ball, using her body in a moment that should have been harmless. The impact sent Clark flying, and you could clearly see the shock and pain on her face as she got back up.
Seriously, she needs to do whatever she can to get some help, get her anger under control, where she will not have another incident like the one where she slammed into Caitlin Clark, but she's out of the league.
Let's not forget, Angel Reese was caught on camera applauding what Carter had done. After the game, the WNBA officials reviewed the footage and upgraded the call to a flagrant 1 foul. They ruled the contact was unnecessary and excessive, which is exactly what everyone watching had already seen. The league's decision sent a strong message that this kind of targeting wouldn't be accepted. But the real damage to Carter's reputation came after the game was over.
Despite the solid fourth season from Carter, an incident with Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark stood out to many. 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year came in the league, became arguably the most popular player. Became the most popular player. There, I cleaned it up for you, which may have rubbed some people the wrong way, including Carter.
When reporters approached Carter after the game, they naturally wanted her reaction to the incident everyone was talking about. Her answer ended up becoming the moment that sealed her future in the league. Instead of taking responsibility or showing any professionalism, Carter brushed off the questions with an attitude that surprised even experienced reporters. Her response made it clear she had little respect for the game or for the other players.
She was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and, the rest of the folks. And then we get to the body check. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's.
Clark's response to the same questions showed exactly why she's become the face of women's basketball. Even after being deliberately targeted, she handled it with class and maturity that even veteran players respect. She accepted that basketball is a physical game and that emotions run high in competition. Her words reflected the leadership and character that make her stand out both on and off the court.
And then Kennedy just give you an opportunity to talk about that moment with you and Caitlin. What was that play, what was said, and kind of what led to it.
Next question.
Yeah, like Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit.
Yeah. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough. We're good.
She's good.
The difference between the two players was impossible to ignore. On one side was a rookie who took a cheap hit but still stayed respectful and chose the high road. On the other was a veteran who couldn't even admit her mistake. The basketball world saw this contrast clearly and made up its mind about both players' character.
I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just respond, come to let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense, and I feel like that's kind of what we did, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
This incident became the final straw for league officials who had been monitoring Carter's behavior for years. The WNBA has worked hard to build its image as a professional league with elite athletes, and Carter's actions put that reputation at risk. The dirty play combined with her post-game attitude showed she didn't meet the standards expected at this level. Because of that, teams started distancing themselves from her almost right away.
There's no doubt Chennedy Carter is extremely talented, but she's got to get her head screwed on straight.
Carter's hit on Clark wasn't just a single mistake in a heated moment. It reflected a pattern of behavior that had been developing throughout her career. The hip check became the final straw, convincing team executives around the league that Carter wasn't worth the damage she caused to team chemistry and locker room culture.
It's one thing pushing Caitlin Clark, and it's another thing blindsiding her. Like, I don't think there's no justification for that. Like, to be honest, we can be honest here.
Carter's basketball talent was never in doubt. She could score from anywhere and averaged 17.5 points per game for the Chicago Sky in her final season. Her speed and scoring made her a real offensive threat that coaches had to plan for. But talent alone can't keep you in professional sports when your behavior constantly causes problems. The first red flag appeared during her time with the Atlanta Dream in 2021. The team had seen enough and suspended her for conduct detrimental to the team. Sources reported locker room conflicts and issues with coaching staff that made her difficult to manage. The Dream initially tried to guide her competitive energy positively, but those efforts failed as Carter kept creating drama behind the scenes.
Knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. We all saw it. Flagrant foul. And many people, including myself, thought it was borderline assault. It was awful.
After Atlanta, Carter joined the Los Angeles Sparks in 2023. The Sparks hoped a fresh start would help her thrive, but they were wrong. Her time there lasted only part of a season before conduct issues forced the team to bench her and eventually waive her. The pattern was obvious. Carter would join a team, show her scoring talent, then create enough drama to wear out her welcome. Her conflicts weren't limited to one coach or system. Every organization that gave her a chance ended up regretting it when her attitude overshadowed her on-court production. Chicago was supposed to be Carter's last opportunity to prove she could be professional. The Sky needed scoring and gave her a chance. She led the team in points and played some of her best basketball. Her stats looked impressive, and casual fans might have thought she was turning things around. But behind the scenes, the same issues continued. Her interactions with teammates and staff created tension and affected team chemistry. The Sky tolerated it for her production, but they were already planning her exit. When her contract ended, Chicago made it clear by refusing to offer a qualifying deal.
Atlanta Dream did suspend her in the middle of the soft season, basically saying she was a detriment to the team and the team culture. So then the Atlanta Dream decided to trade her to the Sparks, the Los Angeles.
General managers across the league watched Carter's situation closely. They saw a talented scorer who couldn't keep a team because of ongoing character issues. Multiple sources confirmed that executives discussed her reputation privately and agreed she wasn't worth the trouble. While her talent looked good on paper, her history scared off every potential team.
During the 2024 WNBA season, guard Chennedy Carter emerged as a key player for the Chicago Sky, leading the team in scoring with 17.5 points per game, a career high. She would still be probably their best pure offensive weapon if she was still on that team. Now, the world where Camila Cardoso, and I've said this, will be their best player this year, provided they allow her to ball, or provided Angel Reese gets the hell out of the way, one of the two.
The WNBA was becoming a more professional and marketable league. Team owners were investing more and demanding higher standards from players. Carter's locker room issues represented the old ways the league was leaving behind, and her behavior became a problem no team could tolerate. Her effective ban was confirmed when she signed with a team in Mexico during the WNBA season, proving that no franchise would touch her. Plans to play in China during the off-season only reinforced the reality of a player who had burned every bridge in American women's professional basketball.
Fast forward to Friday, Carter, who saw her one-year deal with the Sky come to an end, has yet to sign with the WNBA team. With training camp right around the corner, Carter has elected to join a different league. She awaits another shot at the WNBA. Carter has taken her talents to the Mexican, and I'm not even trying to pronounce that, the LMBPF. Long story short, it's in Mexico, and it looks like a women's Mexican basketball league, professional basketball league.
Carter's move to international leagues showed that talent without character has limits in modern professional sports. 3 WNBA teams gave her chances, and she failed to meet basic professional standards with any of them. Her scoring couldn't outweigh the drama and disruption she brought. The WNBA's message was clear. The league won't tolerate players who put personal attitude above team success. Carter's departure created opportunities for players who understand professionalism, and her international career serves as a warning about the consequences of burning bridges.
She's joining a women's basketball league in Mexico. The WNBA thing looks like a wrap for her for now. And in case you're wondering, she averaged 17.5 points a game last year and literally shot 50% from the field for the Chicago Sky. And she's 26 years old. I get it. I mean, she's got to lay in the bed she made.
Carter recently sat down with Neon for an interview that left basketball fans in disbelief. Instead of taking responsibility or showing growth, she tried to rewrite history and play the victim. Her comments made it clear why no WNBA team wants anything to do with her anymore.
Carter, she got a new job. Adios, amigos.
She tried to paint the hip check as normal competitive play, acting like every player delivers cheap shots during dead ball situations, and that her hit was somehow acceptable. She conveniently left out that officials had upgraded her foul to a flagrant after reviewing the footage. The league saw exactly what everyone else saw, a deliberate attempt to injure another player.
You break down that situation that happened.
Yeah. So, basketball a little bit. There's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, you know, that's a part of basketball.
Carter tried to portray herself as just another trash talker unfairly singled out, claiming that smack talk and aggressive play are part of the game. Her argument quickly fell apart when you consider her post-game behavior. Competitive players may talk trash during a game, but they show respect afterward. Professional athletes take responsibility for crossing the line and answer questions about their actions.
I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. the next play down, maybe something was said, and maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court, then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just like, you know, just give her like a little like, I'm here. Like, you know, I don't think it was, you know what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like, I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds, like said, man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop.
The most revealing part of her story was how she ignored her post-game attitude. Carter acted like refusing to even mention Clark was no big deal, skipping over the moment that showed her true character to millions. Professional athletes know media responsibilities come with the job, especially after controversial plays. Her dismissive behavior showed she thought the rules didn't apply to her.
I'm just like, it's like one of those things, like it happens in basketball. I know people try to say, oh, it's not one of those things.
It's not a personal thing. It's a competitive thing.
It happens in basketball, and like it's just one of those things. But like, yeah, it's kind of what happened. Then it spiraled out of control,
and then the media takes whatever narrative they want to put out.
We watch every game, every single game, to see if you can find any deflects in my game, and like, it's really nothing you probably could say too much about. So then you have trolls, and that's why I said they're gonna be around regardless. But yeah, it was just like a nice little like tap, like I'm here. Not to like harm you or anything. You know, if you want to push somebody, you're gonna like.
Fans online quickly called out Carter's attempt to spin the story. Social media was flooded with comments highlighting the flaws in her narrative, reminding everyone of her history of team drama and conflicts with coaches. Her repeated behavior across multiple organizations made her victim story impossible to believe.
That happens, man. Like, it's one of those things. I'm a great player. She's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's going to have their views on it. But my personal view is, you know, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season. You know what I'm saying? So, just one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it. I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more motivated.
That's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love the hate. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Clark supporters had a field day comparing how she handled the situation versus Carter. They praised Clark's professionalism after being hip-checked and her mature post-game interviews. The contrast made Carter look even worse, with fans sharing side-by-side videos of their reactions. Fans also dug into Carter's past with other teams, pointing to her Atlanta suspension and early exit from Los Angeles. The pattern painted a clear picture of someone who struggled to get along with teammates or coaches wherever she played.